Hey, wake up. It's time to thrift. It's time for our first thrift and gift of 2026, and I have been waiting. This is one of my favorite things that we do over here. And this is a series where I get to do a deep dive on one of you and learn all about you, your life, your dreams, your goals, your Pinterest, your mood board, your wish list, and do my very, very best to thrift a little capsule wardrobe, package it up, and put it in the mail to you. And today we have someone very special and I'm excited to introduce you. Make sure to stay tuned to the very end of this episode to see the feedback from the last episode's thrifting culprit, and that was a while ago. So maybe if you saw that, you might still have to go back and refresh your memory and rewatch that one before we get to that point of today's video. One thing at a time though. My name is Rosamond. I am 30 years old and a stay-at-home mom to two girls, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. 7 years ago, long before kids, I took a vow to thrift all of my clothing and housewares, and I did, including my wedding dress, pick attached. So freaking cool. But since having kids, it's been hard for me to go out and thrift, so I find myself wearing things I'm not inspired by anymore. I'm also in my baby making and baby feeding era, LOL. We're on our journey to 5 kids, 2 out of the 5 so far, so I have lots of years to go. I'm basically either always pregnant or being a human cow nursing a baby. It can be really frustrating to put away clothes that I like because all of a sudden I'm pregnant or it's just inconvenient to nurse in. And I'd love to find some cute pieces that I can accommodate a bump or a constant boob in and out. Thrift a new wardrobe has been on my to-do list for forever. I figured you love thrifting as much as I do, so maybe you could help me cross it off my list. And also good to know, I can sew a bit, so I can do simple alterations to items if needed, and hopefully that gives you some more flexibility. Doesn't this sound like such a fun thrift? Also, she's stunning, and I get to put a package in the mail to my hometown, to Texas, so it's a win-win. That Texas accent just came through just then. I work on having a very neutral accent, but sometimes when I talk about home, it just slips out. Okay, here's her list of things she loves and is looking for and doesn't love. I love cool girl button downs, long shorts, cool sneakers, organic type fabrics, vintage coated items, tall brown boots and dresses, denim, tops that make me say, interesting, colors that can be paired with neutrals and neutrals. She says a chocolate brown and a sagey green are my weakness. Me too, I love those colors. I don't love short skirts, animal print, and polka dots. So I'm gonna go click on her Pinterest and take a little bit more of a deep dive. At first glance on her Pinterest, I am seeing a lot of maxi skirts, maxi dresses, cardigans. There's actually a little sweater vest pin that's very similar to the one I'm wearing today. Lots that have buttons, which, as you guys know, I don't know why. I mean, probably because it's so trendy right now. I can never find cardigans with buttons down the front at a thrift store. It's like the thing I look for every single episode and that I always fail at. But maybe today we're gonna get lucky. I see some like kind of barn jackets, chore jackets, trench coat type things, which is fun. I've never seen this styled before, but there's like kind of a half button Henley with a t-shirt underneath, and the t-shirt has like a little embroidered fish, which is so cute. I actually once thrifted an embroidered fish tank top. I think it was just Target, but for like $2, and it's precious. I see a lot of gingham, a lot of plaid, some really fun denim in unique ways. Like there's a denim tank top, there's a denim tiered maxi skirt, which is a lot of fun. There's also a lot of fun pull-on pants, which I love. I do see some very oversized button-down shirts, which I think is what she means by cool girl button-downs. And honestly, a great spot to look for that is the men's aisle. I see a little bit of crochet, a lot of overalls, which is super fun. I'm realizing there's probably a lot of buttons and ties because of the breastfeeding part of the equation. So I need to make sure that if something doesn't have a button or tie down the front, because those are harder to find, that at least it's like a very nice, loose, oversized fit that you could fit a baby underneath. It's a good extra piece of the equation for me to keep in mind. Okay, I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. 2026, I'm doing something new for thrift and gifts where I remember to eat a big breakfast before we leave, because the thrift store that I go to, it's like a 45-minute drive in each direction with no traffic. I like to go to it. It's called Valley Thrift because it is huge. It's the most overwhelming spot ever. There's so many rules. It's cash only. There's no returns. There's no dressing rooms. It's insane. But because I always find enough of exactly what I'm looking for to send someone a whole box and one stop, meaning I can film a whole episode in a day. But I'm always so excited to go that I forget A, how far it is, and B, how long I spend in a single store. and then I don't have water or caffeine or like enough sustenance in my body. And then I leave the store always like lightheaded and dizzy and like, I need food, I need coffee now. So taking some time to eat some breakfast, do all my supplements, maybe make a smoothie. New year, new me. I'm gonna say something that if you've been around my channel for a while, is kind of a big deal. About 4 or 5 months ago, I started switching up the probiotics that I take. It's a big deal because I was taking the same probiotics for years. And it was actually when I went to that naturopathic doctor and I did a stool test that she was like, hey, I recommend actually switching up your probiotics because you've been taking the same ones for so long that your body craves diversity and it craves like new strains, just like you would get from nature from eating a lot of different fermented foods. So I started playing around with a couple different types of probiotics, and then I got an email from a brand that was brand new launching, and I was like, this is actually exactly what I was looking for. And I love that. Good Bacteria is partnering with me on this video. Honestly, I wish I could just put a pack of this in the mail for Rosamond because they're so great. But it's the coolest system ever. I'm halfway through this one. Let me actually show you what a new box looks like so you can see a completely untouched box. Branding, beautiful. It's the coolest concept because what this is 4 weeks of probiotics, which side note, I have gotten better at swallowing pills, but it takes a lot of work for me to do that. So I'm like extra excited. These are little sachets, but this is 4 different weeks of probiotics and each week is a different formulation of 14 different strains. So that each week you're cycling in new strains of probiotics to your microbiome so it doesn't get too used to what you're having. And it like mimics how your body responds to eating natural probiotics and food as authentically as possible. Also, this is not only a probiotic, but it's also a pre and a postbiotic. Something that I've been working on this year is my gut barrier, just like increasing the strength and the integrity of that. And postbiotics help with that as well. Oh, and for my celiac girlies, this is all safely gluten-free, by the way. And you can put them in any liquid. So right now, out of this box, I'm on week 3, and I'm gonna put it in my green juice. I'll put them with like my magnesium and my electrolytes, just like every day I kind of switch it up. Whatever I'm drinking, I'll put it in there. My gut health has been feeling really good lately and I'm thankful for that. But if you want to try it out and try, you know, switching up your probiotics and giving your microbiome something fresh and new, I'm gonna have a link down below. It's goodbacteria.com/Michel and it's gonna save you 20%. So thank you to them for partnering with me on this video and helping me fund getting to do more of these episodes. I'm gonna drink this, eat some more protein, and we will strike out on our long voyage and journey to the thrift store.
I feel like this is a cool, oversized button-down shirt, but it has these ties that I don't love. So I think for that reason, I'm gonna leave it. But otherwise, I do love the stripe and the color. It's Zara. It's in the dress section, but I don't think it's a dress. I think it's just an oversized shirt. She has this yellow print skirt that I feel like is not too dissimilar from this dress. And this dress is such a pretty quality. It's a little expensive because it's a really nice brand, but I kind of feel like she would like that. It's kind of the only like patterned color that she really has on her board. I'm gonna snag it, and it has a nice neckline too that hopefully should be pretty breastfeeding friendly. Okay, I just found this Madewell dress and it kind of has the same vibes as this. She has several things like it, and it's tiered and it has buttons for breastfeeding and it's long, but it isn't extra small. And I just don't know about that sizing, but it has a cinch waist. I don't know, I'm gonna hang on to it even though it's not the size that she asked for. I feel like there's flexibility. I just wanted to show you all these striped overalls. I think they're so fun. They're an XL, so they wouldn't work. But the cargo and the like, kind of like painter's pocket kind of vibe. Ugh, so cool. It's really hard to find overalls here that aren't like super skinny jeans. I feel like that's what is always at the thrift store. These are interesting. Tina XS. I don't know about an extra small yet again. But those have a nice leg. This one's also really cool, great legs, but it's large. And I feel like the size of that is like super size adjustable and might work well pregnant. I don't know.
What the freak is happening?
Ugh, I liked that, but it's not natural fibers and it's insanely expensive. I have a full cart and I don't fully even know what. Okay, I tried to find like an interesting, lightweight kind of barn jacket or chore coat. I thought this was cute. I kind of like the pockets on the front. I also found this. It doesn't have a collar, but I like the kind of like earth tones and the cinch waist, and that one is a little more cropped and one is a little more long line. I don't know. These are a wild card, but I found these pants that are 100% linen, and they have a very cool, maybe it's because I've been doing the tiki makeover for Jordy, but I kind of like the tropical Hawaiian kind of tiki pattern on it, but I don't know if that's a little too themey for her board. And then I've been looking for pull-on pants. I found these pull-on pants, which from afar are kind of a neutral, but when you get close has a little bit of a pattern, which I think is fun. I think this cardigan is so cute. It's new with tags. It has buttons. It's a triple XL, but it feels like it would fit me perfectly. So I think it's meant to be super cropped and like a fitted cardigan. Maybe this would just read on her as kind of like the cozier cardigans that she has penned over dresses and skirts. I've held on to some cool girl button-ups. I don't know, I just have so much to go through. Sweaters. I've grabbed several dresses and a couple skirts. I just kind of need to pull aside somewhere. It's pretty busy in here today. I'm in the kids aisle right now where it's calmer, but it's a holiday, and I knew it was going to be a little crazy in here on a holiday. I'm in the men's section, and I think this is so cool, this knit shirt. It's a little too small for Jordy, and I don't think it's going to fit the vibe of our shop today. Oh, that's really cool. I just found this in the men's section, and I really like this one. I think that's a cool pattern. I've just gone through so far, and these are my putbacks so far. She didn't ask for a linen blazer. I just thought it was cute. I didn't see many knit dresses on her board. I just saw the buttons. This cardigan, I just really like this long line cardigan, but that's nothing like her board. And then this sweater I think is just a little too basic, and it's not natural materials for it to be worth it when I have other things that have a little more personality or fit the board a little bit better. I'm still iffy on these linen pants. I don't know how she'd feel about them. And then I'm also iffy on this cardigan. I just was really trying to find any cardigan with buttons. This one is, I think it's cute, it's neutral, it has these pearl buttons. It's a really interesting brand. I can't quite see the whole tag, but the tag does intrigue me. I don't know why I'm a little torn on it. These are the only two cardigans I found with buttons so far. The one I showed you earlier, and then this kind of like tan neutral one. I'll hold on to it, and I'm gonna look through her board one more time and see if there's anything else I want to do a last minute hunt for. Guys, I found a scoop neck button cardigan. These are so hard to find here. It's Ann Taylor also. It's a medium.
Trying to find the tag. Let's see. A half cotton, half natural materials. We'll take it.
Okay. We did pretty good.
I always go a little overboard. Always best to get too much, because then the likelihood of things working out is higher. Girl math. Let's start with tops, starting with some of the cardigans. I really looked for as many things as I could find with buttons on it. A, because the vibes are cute. B, a little more breastfeeding friendly. This was the one that I was torn on because it says it's a 3XL, but I just feel like this will be so cute on. Also, it is new with tags, which I love, and I thought it was cool that this is made out of recycled materials. So I don't know, for our thrifting queen that vowed to thrift her whole wardrobe, I thought that she would like that. So let's see if a triple XL does read as just kind of like, you know, a cool girl fit. Okay, I think this is really so cute. I love it so much. And I love that the fit seems like it's gonna work out really well. The like balloon sleeve to it, isn't it cute? I think it's precious, the pattern. Oh, and it feels really soft too. Nothing I hate more than a scratchy sweater. Scratchy sweaters are banned in this household. So the fact that it's a soft sweater, I'm thankful. Next cardigan, I just felt like we had to do it. It is a classic oatmeal colored neutral button cardigan that would be totally cute as a shirt on its own or thrown over a dress. And in Texas, you gotta wear layers. You have to wear layers that you can put on and take off, because I am not exaggerating when I say the temperature will swing 50 degrees in a single day. So I feel like this is just a nice thing to have for those cold Texas mornings, and then it hits 100 degrees at lunch and you're like, when did that happen? So cozy, so nice. I love the fact that you can wear this open like a cardigan, close like a shirt. And the pearl buttons are a really nice touch, the shell buttons. I need to research this brand because that tag still does very intrigue me. What grammar? I'm glad last minute I threw it to the lady and said, what the heck, let's get this too. So cozy. Okay, it's funny. I was attracted and intrigued by this shirt, and then I talked myself out of it temporarily because I was like, this is too just kind of out of the norm funky. And then I was scrolling back through her board and I realized she has something so similar to this pinned, and that's a knit short sleeve shirt with buttons. And that is exactly what this is.
And that's what this is.
So versatile. This outfit has a cute striped shirt, some kind of like wide leg, almost barrel leg pants, some Mary Janes with a buckle. It's just cute. So let's see how this looks. The personality of this one is so fun. I'm so glad she had basically this pinned because I don't know why I was just attracted to it. I gravitated towards it. She does say specifically that she likes shirts that make her go, interesting. And that's what the shirt did to me as I stopped and I said, interesting. I really like it. Can't wait to see how she styles this. I'm excited for her feedback. And I'm so glad we found like a high neck, scoop neck cardigan with buttons. And it feels nice. This, I think, fits right into what she was looking for perfectly. It's a medium, it's Ann Taylor, it's a great brand. This could be worn as a shirt, this could be worn, I feel like she had a picture in here. Maybe I made it up. I mean, well, here's a blue button cardigan. I love this with a chocolate skirt. So fun. You get the vision, right? You get the vibes. Thank you, Lord, for presenting this as I was about to give up and walk out. We did it. We found a fitted, lightweight, high neck, scoop neck cardigan in a fun color that matches her board. And it's so comfy. Hallelujah. Then for cool girl oversized button downs, like she specifically requested, I got 2 different kind of colors. She has a lot of stripes and other kind of patterned fabric on there. I got one a little bolder and brighter just to mix things up. I thought this was so fun. It's a cropped, oversized women's button-down shirt, 100% cotton. I am really glad that I got one that is technically listed as cropped because I feel like this will pair really, really well with longer shorts or pants, whereas like a longer shirt pairs well with like shorter things. Yet again, the sizing is an XL, but I feel you can always size up in shirts. You can always size up. And you just get like a slightly more dropped hem on the shoulder sometimes, which I think is a vibe. I like that this is bright, patterned, colored, but still feeling very neutral and not too in your face and kind of just being a funky little pop, like a little retro pop. And then we went to the men's section. This is also 100% cotton, Banana Republic, great brand. I just liked the stripe of this. I like that it's like a light blue, a navy, a white. And we'll see how this fits in terms of length of the arms and everything, but I love a cuffed sleeve with like a kind of more fitted men's, not fitted, structured men's dress shirt. You see how this one is a totally different vibe? It's so much more long line and it does feel like you stole it from the husband's closet because it is a men's shirt. And I love that. I feel like, have I been XYZ this whole time and nobody told me? Guys, you didn't tell me to examine my zipper. I missed a button too. What was I even saying? Oh, that this has a totally different use in building an outfit than the cropped version. So I'm glad that I got 2 different styles, 2 different lengths, technically a women's and a men's, and then also 2 opposite colors, like a warm tone one and a cool tone one. So hopefully bases should be covered. There's also like, you can always tie this, you could half tuck it, you could style this as more of a dress, completely button it up, belt it, and then wear some sort of fun loose pant with it, or even a short with it. Opportunities are endless. Next, jackets. I did get 2, both very earthy. She loves creams, she loves greens, she loves kind of earth tones, so we got one, green. This has no tags in it at all. Can't tell you the brand, can't tell you the size, can't tell you the material, can't tell you nothing except for that I think it's cute. I think it's very cute. I like the little pockets in the front. I like this little kind of elastic cinch waist. I feel like that's always so fun if you're wearing an outfit that doesn't really have much shape and you can just cinch that in and at least give yourself a waist. I love that. Takes it to a bit more of like a bomber jacket, or you can let that out and have it be just kind of more of a straight line situation if you have like a more fitted shirt or bottoms or whatever underneath and you want to add a little more. What does Gen Z say now? You don't want tight on tight? I think this is cute. Let's try it on. What do we think? I love it. I think it's so fun. And like I said, the cinch is really fun. It almost adds a little bit of like a utilitarian, not exactly athleisure, but something about it feels like tactile. tactical. I think it's really fun, really cute, and a little bit structured, a little bit chic, a little bit Kim Possible in a nice way. And I just thought this looked quality. The tag, it says it's designed in Seattle. It's 100% cotton on the outside. I like the details of like the little kind of buttons on the wrist and little almost faux button flaps on the shoulders. And I like how it is a bit more long line. She had, like I said, some barn coats, some chore jackets, some trench coats. I kind of felt like there was little aspects of all those types of coats on this one. Like the longer line and the color is a little bit trenchy along with the button on the wrist. From the front, there's like a little bit of a barn jacket chore coat kind of vibe. So I thought, good staple. This just feels like a good thing to have. You know, it's really comfy. I think it feels cool, girl, don't you think? From here, I think let's do skirt, pants, dresses, because I have a couple in each of those categories. Starting with skirts, I don't even think I showed you all the skirts that I found in store. The skirt aisle was packed. I was fighting for my life down that aisle. But I found a couple different options. This one I think is so cool because I also think it might be reversible. Here's what I mean. Okay, this is the outside. It is this fun, like, pattern that's not too in your face. To me, it has very cool earth tone kind of vibes to it. And it has this one asymmetrical kind of slit added to it of a different fabric. And I just love that slight detail. But then tell me your thoughts on this, because it has a different fabric on the other side. And this tag kind of looks like it's meant to be cut. And then the other side is the whole thing in reverse. This like kind of more red fabric with a little hint of the black fabric in the corner. But let's see how it fits. I love this skirt. I'm gonna stand up on this so that you can see the whole thing, okay? Nobody yell at me. Look at how cute. It fits me a little bit of like a mid-rise, not a high-rise. But since she can alter, if she wants to take this higher and cinch it a little, she totally can. But I also feel like leaving it this way for pregnancy, because it's so stretchy, is the move. It's so cute. I love it. Okay, I was really looking for a tiered skirt because I feel like she had a lot of those penned. There wasn't a ton of tiered skirts today, but I found this one that I like because it has a tie waist. Yet again, y'all know I like to do that for other people because you can just cinch it to as tight as you want, especially for pregnancy and postpartum. As your size changes, you just change the waist of your skirt. This is fun because it almost has a little bit of like a dip dye kind of pattern to it, but I like it. It feels handmade, which makes it feel kind of more quality and intentional and luxe to me, almost like you'd see this in a boutique. And the fabric has little textured dots on it. I don't know if you could see that. So I just like the texture of it, and it's a fun color without being like a bright, bold color. To me, it still feels in the wheelhouse of like clay tones, earth tones. And I just think it's really pretty. She loves chocolate browns, and though this is more of a plum, I feel like it's kind of in that family. It's very soft too. Okay, so this one, I'm a little surprised. The seam around the hips is a little tight on me. We'll see how this fits her body shape. She didn't specify if she's like more of a hourglass, pear, athletic shape. I don't know. For me, this is the area that tends to be tight on clothes. But it's so cute, right? And I just love the versatility of it. And yet again, cinch waist. So this should at least take her through the first half of a pregnancy, assuming that this stitch right here is okay for her. Pants are always a little bit hard, but I'm hoping that these are two options that could work for her. I just love a patterned pull-on pant, and her board seemed to love that as well. This is kind of like a striped pattern, but it's like a fun, interesting stripe pattern. Here's it up close. You can see there's like kind of little dots, but not polka dots, because she doesn't like polka dots. So hopefully this stripe dot is not a polka dot in her eyes. But the brand is Max Studio. I actually recently thrifted myself some pants from the same brand, and I really like them. They seem like a good length. They're very lightweight, which is yet again great for Texas summers. You can feel like, you know, you're not in little tiny shorts, but you still have the same lightweight breeze of that. So let's see how these fit. Okay, yet again, these pants are a little tight on my hips. Here's what they look like. 50-50 chance. Honestly, they feel great. Like they're so lightweight, but they are just tight on me here. So I don't know how she'll feel about that. This is why we get a lot of pants. Even the stretchy waist ones can sometimes be a little deceiving. Sometimes the waist might be stretchy, but the hips might not be. So it's always a gamble. These are a wild card. I think they're really fun. And look at this. 100% linen, baby. So maybe this is a fun way to bring in a little bit of a personality piece without pushing her comfort zone too far, but a little bit, you know, just a little bit of that. Isn't that a fun fabric? I love it. Okay, I can definitely tell that this is a larger waist size than the last pair of pants. These are the medium. Those didn't have a size in them. So I actually don't know what size those were. But I think these are so fun. They're just so like lightweight and like resort-y. I think they're very comfy. Okay, she doesn't like mini skirts, but she had some dresses pinned that weren't midi or maxi. They weren't like short little mini dresses, but they were above the knee. And she had some pinned that were like kind of baby doll white dresses, which are so cute with a bump. And I know I was debating this one in store because technically it's an extra small, but hear me out. I feel like the cut of this dress could go from extra small to at least medium because it is a baby doll tiered, loose fitted dress, and it also has a cinch waist. I love the buttons on the front, were very breastfeeding friendly. And so I just thought it's so similar to the one on her board that we gotta take the chance. It's made well. It's made well. We love made well. I love, 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 love this dress. And I'm so glad that we got it. Like I said, it has this cinch waist that you can tie if you want this to be a little bit more of like a this type of fit. But honestly, I really like it as a baby doll fit. It's just so flowy and comfy and breezy. They're also the stretchy type of buttons, so they're really easy to do and undo instead of like the fabric buttonholes that have no stretch to them. You know what I mean? This is like an elastic little hook. Oh, this is so cute. This might be one of my favorite things I've thrifted in a minute. Madewell, don't let us down. And last but not least, the brightest and most colorful thing that we got, also the most expensive thing we got, is this very nice dress. But I felt confident in deciding to buy this because it is so similar to the yellow floral patterned skirt that she has pinned. And I love a maxi dress because you can wear it as a dress or you put a sweater on over it and suddenly it's styled as a skirt. I think it's really, really pretty, and I think this color will just pop on her. So let's see how this fits. Wow, what a haul. I love it. And I'm so glad that I found something tiered. We have a couple things tiered because that seemed to be a big recurring theme on her board. And the length of this is amazing. It's a fun pop of color. Yay! It's time for one of my favorite parts, which is reading the feedback from the last episode. I need to email Olivia because I actually didn't even hunt for this until filming this next episode. So she sent this to me almost a month ago, and I need to respond to her because the photos are so cute. She recreated some of the pictures from her Pinterest board with the outfits that I got her, which is so cute. Okay, I'm just gonna read verbatim what she said. She said, Michel, it was such a dream to be a part of this experience. I cannot thank you enough. It was so much fun to play dress up and do a photo shoot with my baby girl. My favorite items for myself were the fur shawl and the polka dot dress. The dress is a perfect fit. I've already worn the shawl twice to holiday parties. The item I couldn't make work is the denim skirt, too tight on the hips. I feel you. But there's so many cute outfit ideas that I have, but I've included a few that we have already brought to fruition. Oh, and can you believe we brought the yellow outfit and the pink sweater to life? It's a Pinterest miracle. The effort that you put into this was unmatched. I'm truly so appreciative. I can't believe you went to multiple stores. There are so many perfect fun pieces. You made our fancy Nancy, Sophia Richie Pinterest dreams come true. And so much natural fibers. Are you kidding me? Plus the bonus items are fun. I love the mauve lipstick and the eye shimmer. Thank you again. You're so generous and amazing. Look at these photos. Wait, I gotta look at them with you. I get teary every time I open these. Her and the, oh my gosh, the leopard print for both of them is so precious. The shawl looks amazing on her. It looks so good. And then the green cardigan holding the baby photo. I'm crying. I'm actually teary. I love the cream kind of flouncy blouse on her. And then the side-by-side Pinterest photo of the pink cardigan and the yellow baby clothes. Oh my God. The polka dot dress with the shirt over it, just like the Pinterest photo, is so cute. Also, that house. Olivia, is that your home? I want it. Can I move in? Speaking of fun little gifts, I gotta pull a couple fun little gifts to send in today's package because I love to throw in extra little goodies to make it feel like a little PR package of sorts. So let's see what I can gather. Okay, I think I got a pretty good haul of goodies to throw into today's box. I'll show y'all just some things that I love. First, love Action Acre, so I got the Daily Hydro Scalp Serum that I'm gonna throw in her box. Next, some mascara. L'Oreal just sent me a box of like all of their mascaras, so I'm gonna share one with her. This is what I was wearing on my lips this morning in a different shade, but this is the Too Faced lip injection. It does tingle and it does work. This is the shade Chocolate Cream Pie. I think it's just a beautiful shade. Similar, but different. This eyeshadow stick in a very similar kind of like mauve-y color. This body wash, I have this in my shower right now, the Santal and Vetiver Salt and Stone. So a little mini travel body wash. And then the big ticket item here. This brand is so cool. I think that they're new, established 2024. They sent me a handful of their perfumes and I gave some away for Christmas and I have one left over. This is called Lore. Look at how pretty these bottles are. And the lids are meant to be taper candle holders. So you can like collect the little candle holders as you go through perfumes. And this one smells like a warm vanilla-y ocean. This one is called Sublimity. And the inside of the box says, did you know that inside a wave, time stands still? Isn't that packaging just so pretty? Look at that. I'm a sucker for a brand with good packaging. So that is my little roundup of goodies. It's been a while since I have told you how to submit. If you would also like to submit to be a future culprit of my thrifting, I have a whole separate email just for this series, Michel thriftsandgifts@gmail.com. I need a lot of information from you. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes there's a person that I'm like, this person's perfect and I can't wait to shop for them, but then they're missing like their address or a link to their Pinterest board or photos of them or something. So this is what I need. Clickbait me. Make the header something that I just can't help but open up because I'm so intrigued. Whether that's like the style you're looking for, something about you and your phase of life, just clickbait me. I do it to y'all sometimes with my video titles. You do it to me with your email title, okay? Then I want as much information about you as possible. The more the merrier. Who you are, where you live, what you do, just tell me about yourself. I need a mood board. A Pinterest board link is great, but if you don't have a Pinterest and you want to compile pictures onto an image, that totally works too. I need your sizing, what you like, what you don't like, what you're looking for, like your specific wish list, but also things that you just are like, don't buy me pants, I don't wear pants, I don't wear pants is crazy. And photos of you. It's very helpful for me. And your willingness to participate with feedback for the following episode. I love when people are able to give me their feedback and send me photos so that we can all enjoy the conclusion of these episodes together. Maybe you'll be next. I don't know. Time will tell. I love you guys. Thank you again to Good Bacteria for partnering with me on this video. I've been so excited to tell y'all about them. I've been just kind of like silently using them for months now. Just waiting for them to formally launch, and I've loved them. Talk about a brand with good packaging. My gosh. I'm gonna have my link down below with all the details on how to save some money if you want to try that out yourself. Okay, I love y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have the best rest of your day, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye.